So from time to time, this time of year, I like to wander around the woods and look for, well, birds that are good to eat. And I've done that a little bit this year. I have found turkeys, which I don't have a license for. I've found coyotes. Do have a license, but yeah, don't need them. Don't want to eat them. Songbirds, blue jays, deer, but not the ones with antlers. And this guy, see that ball up there in the tree? We'll zoom in on it. That's Mr. Porcupine, and I have little to no intention of walking underneath him because, well, right now I have good balance, and so does he. But if he was to lose his balance, he's up to the right of my head right now. Well, I don't want to be underneath him. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, this season's working out well for me. If you wander around the woods this time of year, are you seeing any birds? You don't have to tell me where. I just want to know if they exist. That's it. Like, I'm finding apple trees. I'm finding lots of good habitat, like wild blackberries and raspberries and clear cuts and spruce growth, like where there should be birds, you know? But no, just no. It's probably me. I'm really terrible at this. But if you're out there too, are you seeing any at all? In other news, can you hear the sloshing? I was wandering through some mud, enjoying my boots, you know, feeling all happy and warm, stepping in what was ankle deep mud. Next step, yeah, you can't make this up, literally one step from where I was feeling all smug, knee deep, instantly, which made me lose my balance and go knee deep with the other foot. And I'm grateful because, you know, I didn't fall down. That would have made a better story for you and a much worse one for me. So yeah, still no bird. Did, however, come upon what sounds to be a few thousand geese, but yeah, I didn't bother with a migratory bird license this year either. The data signal was high enough, which it's not. Upon further reflection, that might be a good spur of the moment purchase. Well, I mean, they're going the wrong way, and I didn't get enough signal to buy that license anyway, but I had no idea that this waterway was here. That's a lot of geese. A lot of geese. You might not know, my daughter Lily loves geese. I'm really just taking the goose videos for her because that's kind of cool. Can you see them? Probably not. You can hear them. Oh, here they come. Cover your head. Don't ask why, just cover your head. Just take it from me. Did you cover it? Okay. I'm good, I think. I really just tramped down in here because, well, it sounded like a lot of geese, and I figured if I wasn't going to find the birds I was looking for, I should at least find a video, you know, to show my daughter that she could enjoy. Maybe you did too. I don't know. In other news, where are the birds? Anybody? Anybody find them? Do you remember when I said that I stepped in water to my knees? Yeah, that part. Well, after a while, you get tired of walking in that in your boots. I got in this bright idea that, you know, I would, instead of taking off the boots that are annoying to get off, I would elevate my leg. Yep, both legs, but not at the same time. And just let the water pour. Yeah, if you guessed it, you guessed right. Pour out of my boot, up my pant leg, and soak the rest of my body. Yep. Yeah, that's how tonight's going. So why am I wasting my time telling you this? Well, it's like this. The stated purpose of this trip was to look for little birds that are edible. I haven't seen one, I haven't flushed one. I'm not really in an area that's good for them now anyway. That's because, you know, I got distracted. So why waste my time telling you about my mishaps? Well, If the stated purpose was success, and if success was measured by finding little birds, well, then I've failed miserably. Don't be mad. I did, if that's the goal. But honestly, the stated purpose is different than the actual purpose for me. It's peaceful. You know, I come out and I tramp around looking for peace. It's an area that I ponder scripture. And I'm not saying that to like make myself look better or worse, depending on your perspective. I just do. I pray a lot. Maybe that's why I don't see birds. My eyes are shut. I'm kidding. No, my eyes are open. And it's just nice to be outside. So, what's something that you do that maybe has like a purpose, but it's kind of secondary, even though it appears to be primary? You know what I'm saying? So the primary purpose, what it appears to be, is find birds. But for me, that's secondary to just peace. What do you got? Man, the geese, cover your head. Also, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but pretty sure I've got about 3 gallons worth of swamp water left in my boots. Yep. It's not a precise measurement, but it's close. I haven't stopped to empty it out because, well, as I mentioned, the boots are, well, they're hard to get off, and I don't want to do that. But the primary reason is this. I gotta go back through there. Yep. Which about halfway through is where you find that just take a step knee deep in the mud hole. I don't know how big it is. I know it's big enough for both of my feet. Here's the theory. The theory is my boots are full of 3 gallons of water that was icy cold. But it's been in there a while now. And it's warm. So if I step in the same hole, the theory goes that I won't get an entire boot full of cold water, but rather a partial boot full of cold water that will then result in, you know, not being quite so cold. So I'm not sure if the theory is sound or not, but I'm curious what you think. Go ahead and weigh in. Sound theory? Bogus? I'm gonna put the phone away before I end up on my head. Okay, we've come through it. Update. First update is I really got to just get off this phone because it's not helping anybody. But I haven't seen any birds, for real. I haven't heard them. Nothing. Nothing. So I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I can now authoritatively, that's a word, speak to the theory of the cold water, warm water boots thing. The bad news is I can now speak to the theory, which means took a different path through, could even see the bottom, stepped in what appeared to be 6 inches of water, turned out to be about 24 inches of mud and 6 inches of water. Yeah, 1 foot and then the other foot to get the 1 foot, you know how it goes. Here's the good news. The theory about the cold, warm water mixture thing, it's true. My feet are significantly warmer than they were when I stepped in with no warm water in the boots. So we're learning. In other news, I only got a very short time of what is considered to be the legal time of day to be tramping around out here looking for those birds, according to our provincial governing authorities. So, yeah, it's time to head back. Yeah. How are you passing this evening? I'm just personally curious. All right, that's about it. We're back, ready to take off. They're off. Whew, I just finished and I'm out of breath. For those of you judging me for not taking them off earlier, shame on you. You know what happens when you get your feet wet in boots that fit really well? Like, they're not too small, they're just perfect so you don't blister. Yeah, it creates suction. I had to lay down on the ground, downhill from the vehicle, which let the remaining water run up my pant legs. Jam my heel underneath the front tire to create a boot jack. I mean, you know what a boot jack is? They're wonderful, except you never have them with you. And kind of yank and tug and huff, and I'm just glad there was nobody here, you know? And then sit back and raise my leg above my head and do some acrobatics that I'm just not built to do. And yank my boot off. It was a good time, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I got about 10 minutes, give or take, to get out of here before I'm supposed to have stuff in a case. And I do have a case, so maybe I'll just deal with that and not rush. Oh, by the way, if you're missing them, I found them for you.